going on, guys? Welcome to the channel. Feels like it's been forever since I've made a video. Just honestly haven't been feeling great lately, and I'm sick and tired of waiting for this to go away. So ignore the raspy voice, but I'm done waiting. It's nasty outside. I don't want to work on the truck today. There's a lot to do, but anyways, I'm gonna work inside. Actually gonna work on this bed. So this morning I came out and I started actually making patch panels for the stake pockets. We're gonna go through and we're actually going to weld up those stake pockets. I want to get these stake pockets welded up, smoothed out. So I want to do this for a couple reasons. One, nobody does it. And honestly, nobody's going to notice this either. That's another great point, even though that shouldn't be a great point to do this. So the other reason too is you don't see this stuff much anymore. I know when I was growing up back in California, let's see, late 90s, early 2000s, when mini trucking was big. I was down in California, and man, you're talking about shaved door handles and roll pans, tail lights, anything that you could possibly take off, like a third brake light or a normal brake light, tailgate handle, whatever, weld it up, smooth it out, and make it disappear. They were doing it, and you just don't see that anymore, especially with the big trucks. The big thing now with these trucks, and I've been doing it too, is if you can buy it and put it on, kind of the easy way out, do it. Like headlights, taillights, even the third brake lights, and a lot of stuff with these trucks. It's just bolt-on stuff. But anyway, with that ramble, I made some patch panels. I made 5 out of the 6. I really didn't want to bore you guys with the process of making panels. What I found was some scrap sheet metal that I was actually using to practice on with this little guy. So I'm taking practice panels and making patch panels out of them. These aren't completely done. I still need to do a final sand on them, clean the edges, and make sure they fit. But I have 5 of the 6 roughed out. I need to do one more, and then we can move on. But I think this is going to be a fun little project. Just something different. This bed needs to get done. I've kind of been ignoring it, but it needs done. This side, I've been spending a lot of time on this side. That back corner needs some attention, and then a few things here. This dent was pretty bad. It's not terrible anymore. I need to finish it up. You can just get this thing ready to paint. I can't just slap it on the truck because it's silver bottom. I know it needs painted anyway, so I might as well have a little bit of fun with it and learn something new at the same time. I've never done this, so I have worked with metal in the past, welding and a little bit of fabrication, but never body work. Body work's always scared the heck out of me because the metal's so thin. It's so easy to warp and just, in my mind, mess things up. So I've never really done body work. But you can't just go through life cruising. Just like that, we take our last patch panel, fit it up. Oops. This one I guess could use cleaned up a little more, but that's all right. It's not 100% perfect right now, but it's gonna get the job done. So now I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna put my little sanding pad on it, I'm gonna go through it and make sure that each and every one of them is sanded nice and smooth, no rust on them. There's a little bit of surface rust on some of these, just from the sheet metal been sitting for so long, but I'm gonna get them cleaned up, make sure the edges are nice, and then we'll be ready to clean up the stake pockets, get all the paint out of them, and then see about getting them tacked in there. So this is where things are going to get really interesting, and I think we're going to start having fun here. A couple things. This is what we're using. So what we're using is a Eastwood MP200i. This is a 200 amp multi-purpose machine. Great little machine. It's a 110 220 machine. I don't have 220 out here, so we're doing it on 110. Which, on bodywork, that's not a bad thing. Okay. The other fun part. All I have right now is argon. So, quick explanation of the machine. The machine does MIG, TIG, and arc, right? So, I am not going to try to MIG weld with argon. You want to MIG weld with a bimix. You want to TIG weld with pure argon. That's all I have right now. So, what I'm actually going to be doing is I'm going to try to be TIG welding these in. This machine, the TIG weld is super barbaric. It's a scratch start TIG. This machine does all three processes decent. It's enough to get your foot in the door and get you experience, but I don't know if it does any of them really well. I need to get 220 out here, but I just haven't done it yet. So we are going to try to not only TIG weld on 110, might get a little interesting trying to TIG weld on 110 with low amperage. But here's for trying. Let's get set up. Let's get started. Let's try it. I want to give you guys a little bit of an update. I got the first one done. It's under here. It's good enough for what I'm going to do to it. And I'm working on the second one now. I just started tacking this one in. I went to MIG. I went and borrowed a bottle from a buddy of mine, a Bimix 7525, so I could MIG it it's quicker, and that scratch start is just irritating to me. I was getting too much heat in it, and I was having to worry about it way too much. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep MIGing. It's a lot easier. This one will be done in no time. My goal was to get them all done today, but as the day goes on, I'm realizing I'm not getting around as good as I should be. Not really feeling the best, so I think we're gonna finish this one up and call it a day. Because I'm telling you, I don't know what's going around, but it's just an ugly cold, I think that is. But anyway, I want to get this one done at least. That way I feel accomplished for the day, and then maybe I'll come out tomorrow morning and finish them up. But this way, with a MIG welder, a lot easier. This is how it should be. The only reason I was using the scratch dart or the TIG was because that's all I have is the argon gas right now, and I didn't want to go out and borrow this when I went out. But anyway, it was that much of a pain in the butt. It did. So we'll get you set up and finish this one out. Alright guys, that's that. This one turned out awesome. Feels really good. You sight down, you probably can't see it on tape, but you sight down the bed rails, no warpage in it. It's really good. This one's good enough. Let's see, the bed's been hit back here, so things are a little off. Anyways, this one's going to take a little bit, even though it's really not bad. It's about the same as the front. But anyway, I think I've had enough for today. I don't have it in me to do another one. So I'm going to shut everything down, go back inside, and enjoy the rest of my night. I might come out tomorrow, like I said. We'll see. But we will get back to this, and then just a sneak peek here. We have a lot coming for not only my truck, but a couple other trucks as well. Kind of getting backed up, so I hope you guys enjoyed this. I don't want to be that guy, but if you haven't, go ahead and like and subscribe, follow along. Yeah, once I start feeling better, I'm gonna hit the ground running and get some stuff done. So I want to thank you guys again for watching, and hope you guys have a good weekend.